not a game, it's a rich thing.
Welcome back again to my channel. Today's video we're gonna be doing a full face makeup, like that everyday makeup, no makeup look. Extremely lightweight, very easy, very fast. Like before you count 1 2 3, you are done. I mean, my everyday makeup is one of the most easiest part. Like before I think twice, I'm already done. You won't believe it, guys. I am a full face person, but most cases you need to have that quick everyday, but yet you're still gonna look so flawless. So all the same, guys, if it's the first time you're passing through my channel, seeing my face for the first time, you are so welcome. This channel is about beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. Like we do all this in one. So if it's the kind of content you love to see, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as notification bell. I would so much appreciate that. And as well, guys, to my returning subscribers, I so much appreciate you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. So without further ado or talk, let's just go ahead. But first, guys, my skin is literally acting up. I think this stay at home, quarantine, period, crisis, all of it is really acting on my face, but I am so over it. Like literally my eyebrow, it's done because it's the most challenging part when I'm doing a makeup. So I'm gonna be using the Yves Laurent Blur Primer as a primer all over my face. So next I'll be using a pore primer to fill in my pores because they are so up and up. This is the only pore primer I've been using lately and I so like it. I just use it on the areas that I want to cover up, which is mainly my cheek. Normally, guys, you know I don't use a color corrector, but because my face is really acting up this period, so I'm gonna be using a color corrector, an orange color corrector. It's the Make Up Forever HD Ultra HD corrector, just to correct all those places. Here I'm having some dashboards here. Like normally I first do my eyes, but because of this everyday look, I don't have time to concentrate on just concentrating on my eyes and all that. So this is it. I did correct, like you see, a bit better now. So I'm gonna go straight to using a foundation like Newly. I think, guys, I have not used this foundation on any of my makeup video. This is the Dior. This is the Dior Nude Hair. The consistency of this foundation is like water, like extremely water. I think it's just water mixed with color. Let me just put it that way. It's extremely lightweight. So when I want to have that everyday lightweight, not feeling that extremely lightweight look as if I'm not wearing any makeup, this is the foundation I go for. So I'm just going to shake it because it settles. You will just see when you don't shake it, you just see the water is up and the color is down. Let me see. So you need to shake it. So what I normally do, I will mix with this Nude Hair Luminizer. This is a luminizer that have that inner glow. It doesn't really have that brilliant like a re-highlighter, but it has just that inner bony glow in it. So I do really mix it with this boat, like just having this boat. So let me mix it so you can see the consistency. First, because I know the consistency, I am not going to put it on my palm because if not, it's just going to drill, like it's just going to drop easily. So I will do it on this plate. This is the shade I use 050. This is so dark because I almost never find my exact complexion in Dior or any other one apart from the Fenty Beauty and as well JUVIAS place. But for the nude, I mean for Dior, I never find anyone. So what I do, I will brighten it up with a concealer, a brighter concealer. This is the consistency of this foundation. Just see, guys, how extremely lightweight it is. It's extremely lightweight. Like it's just gonna pour down, guys. You can see how it's Yeah, that's how lightweight it is. So what I would do, I'll mix it with the luminizer. This is the luminizer. It's same consistency as well. Let me just quickly show you guys. See how lightweight it is. This is it. It's gonna just be dripping down. So that it how it is. So I'm just gonna mix these two together and use my finger to dab them on my face. Okay, then I'm gonna be blending using, I don't go with a I don't go with a beauty blender because then it's gonna just suck all of this foundation. You will not see any foundation. So it's better you use a kind of a brush, a dense one, better than a beauty blender. So without being said, the difference in this is if you want to have a full coverage, you first have to use, maybe you have pores or something, you have to use a pore primer or something to just fill in your pores. If not, you're going to see through because it's extremely lightweight. And do some color correcting because it's not going to hide anything if you don't use that. But I do achieve, I do go away with having a covered face because first I'm going to use a primer that's going to cover all those pores. Like I did now, use a color corrector, so that way I get away with having those see-throughs of those impurities like most people do have it. And my pores, it's a very good one, I say. If you're not comfortable with the coverage, you can as well go ahead and add. But the reason why I really love this foundation, because no matter how much you add, you will never feel anything. Like, it's as if I'm using the best skin at this moment. So I feel no foundation on my skin. That's how good it is. So guys, I did add a bit more just to have more coverage. But all the same, like I said, you will not feel any like heaviness because you added more and more. So I am done with it. To this extent, guys, I am okay with the coverage. You can add more if you want to add, but I am sincerely okay with this coverage. You see how flawless it is, how that earthly glow you're having because of this luminizer. This luminizer, it's a must-have for me. I love it. Sometimes I just use it, I don't use a highlighter, and I'm good. Have that glow, inner glow, without even having that effect of a highlighter outside it, if that makes sense. So what I'm gonna do to just brighten up, because it looks a bit kind of orangey now because of the shade that I have here. It's not really my skin tone. So I'm gonna brighten up with a concealer. First, I'm gonna be using my always used concealer, the Elegant Pro Concealer in FAWN, guys. Apply under my eye just to brighten it up. This is, I will add to have more brighter. This is almost the same, but like I said, an everyday look, I don't go for so obvious sharp or heavy makeup. So I'm gonna apply and add this Fenty Beauty concealer in 380 just to add an extra brightness. So I think I'm okay with the brightness. It's a bit brighter and better now, but it's not looking so obvious. You want to stay and maintain that effect, like not having that heavy brightness, because it's an everyday look. So I am definitely okay with this brightness now, which is more kind of on a balance. So I'm going to set my under eye and the places I conceal. So guys, because I don't bake, the reason for this is I have I know my under eyes are so dry because I have a combination skin, so I don't want it to be extremely dry. So what I do, I don't leave it to bake. I will go ahead with this same beauty blender and just press all these powders in it and then dust out the remaining ones. After pressing the powder in, I'm gonna dust them out using a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in dark to dust dust it out. Doing this, I'm using a colored stuff to just dust it out, not removing the powder in, but at the same time I'm going to set it with a colored one because this has a kind of a colored one to just kind of balance it. So that's what I do. I just take more or less so, kind of a technique I've been doing now, and I really realized that dusting out with a clean powder is going to just remove those setting powder. So this just helped me to retain the powder at the same time removing those whitish cast, if that makes sense. To bring back the warmth on my face, I'm going to use a bronzing powder. Like literally guys, when I want to have everyday makeup like that easy, I don't do a contour. Reason for this is time's sake. So because when you're going to contour, especially with a liquid one, you're going to contour after the liquid, you're going to set it, and all that takes time. So what I do, I use a bronzer to just bring back the warmth to my face. That's all. So I use this Fenty Beauty bronzing powder in COCO. Contouring with liquid, because doing that is going to be so intense, like having that obvious contour face, like if you know what I mean guys. So this case, using a powder would just make it seamless, like having that seamless, but at the same time you're having a bronzer, not having an obvious look. So guys, after bronzing my face, I will go for my eye. I mean, just for the lash, no, sorry, just for the eyeshadow and all that, I will use this same bronzer as my eyeshadow. Why I like this, because it's just that natural look. It gives you that weightless effect. It gives you that not so obvious look, but you know you're having something. So that's what I'm going to be using. I use this as my eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to use a normal blending brush. I just take from it like I would use as a palette. Just to pop out this outer place here, I'm going to use a darker color, which the bronzer don't have. So I'm going to be using one of the darker shade here on this palette from JUVIAS place. I think this, okay, yeah, this brownish, kind of darker brownish one, this one here, to just give an intense shade here. So done that. So the next thing I'm going to do, I will use a blush, MAC blush Raisin. I like these colors because they are not so sharp. It subtles to your skin. Now using highlighter, I'll be using this highlighter from Fenty Beauty. Is the Ginger Binge and the Moscow Mule. Kind of settles natural on your skin, so that's why I like this. Guys, you see how it subtles, it's not so obvious, but you're having a bling 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 there. The brush I use for my blush, I just use it to mix or match both of them together, so I don't have any harsh lines there. This lip liner from MAC CHESTNUT, it's like an everyday use for me. I will use this nude lipstick. I think is it a lip gloss from JUVIAS place. It's the, can't find the name here. I think it was the collab with Fumi. There's a very nude one. So guys, the last thing here, I'm just going to fix my false lashes, then I'll be back so you can see the final look, guys. Done, guys. So to have an extra kind of bougie color to just brighten up my inner, I will use this. It's a shimmer. It's a dior shimmer. It was a limited edition, the Christmas limited edition. It's a shimmer color, it's a golden color, so I just want to add an extra color effect, so I use this just a bit in there. Just see that effect of having something down there. It's a liquid eyeshadow dior release. It was a Christmas edition. I haven't actually used it as an highlighter in my inner, so now I am so loving it. It just gives it another kind of cheeky look, that popping and glance. Like you can see that effect there, you can just quickly see it. That's if I want to go for an extra bougie day, then I'll use something kind of golden like this. But all the same, the rest are having some kind of a neutral and natural tone, so having that kind of a golden does not really have any so effect. Also depend on where you are going. If not, you can just use a normal highlighter from like the one I use on my cheekbones and all that. So I wanted to have that extra girlish brilliant look, so I use a golden effect, which is so not, now that I'm using it now, I'm so loving this. Like I literally haven't tried this before. Now I am loving it. Okay guys, I went ahead to fix the false lashes, and that's why guys, these false lashes, I'm not really a false lashes person. I can go out without using false lashes, but because of this video, that's why I'm using it. But you can use it as well, but most times I don't go with false lashes anyway. But all the same, I went to line using, just to line my as a liner. I mean, I use this black pot, black track from MAC. Guys, this is my natural. If I want to go extra bougie, that's when I'll fit such lashes, as well as using this kind of a brilliant look. I'm just feeling like hyped this moment. I'm feeling like so on the move, but unfortunately we're not going out. I didn't use a lot of stuff, guys. You see how when I applied, I didn't use a lot. It was very quick, like pop 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 pop, we are done. And let me just quickly talk about the foundation, guys. You know, the foundation is literally one of my everyday foundation, apart from the Estee Lauder double wear foundation. I go for this when I want to get that quickly. I don't care about coverage or no coverage. I go with this Dior. So I really love this Dior. It's extremely, like guys, like the only thing I'm feeling on my face now is this eyelash. It's the only thing I feel, and my lipstick, because it's a lip gloss. So if I don't use a lip gloss, I use a matte one, I don't feel anything on my face. So the only thing that I feel on my face now is my eyelash, that I think is kind of noticeable, but the other things are not noticeable. So definitely go out with this kind of look to any kind of event. It all depends on you. Like, you don't wear, I am a full person, I'm a full face person, so I literally can go anywhere with this look. It's so looking like vibrant, at the same time it's looking cheeky, it's looking everyday. Like I said, I am not an everyday eyelash person, so I can skip this, but because of this video, just to complete, like make a compliment for those people who love or who cannot do away without using false lashes. That's everyday weightless, flawless, makeup no makeup look. This is how I get that face snatched. So simple. So guys, I really hope you guys enjoy and be able to create this look. You can just manipulate by not even using this golden effect or false lashes, or you can use a normal kind of another kind of a natural false lashes, which is also okay. So guys, I hope you guys enjoy. I see you again in my next video. And guys, if you still haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscription and notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I see you again in one piece. Bye.